So this is what my tank looks like before. And here is after. So I just was one day I was like, you know what, I'm changing the tank. So I got rid of almost all my fish, all the plants except that moss. And there's supposed to be a snail in here I was looking for, but couldn't find it at the moment. It's actually at the top. And then this one fish that has a back problem, I assume. But if you know what's wrong with it, you can tell me right now. But it's the reason why I didn't want to sell it is because it might be sick and had something. And then all the little plants that I didn't sell, I put in here. And I get rid of all my swords. And then there it is. I found him. Swimming around. And I should have took this video at night because you can see all the glare. So all the other fish are hiding at the moment. So right now I only have 2 guppies, a corydora, 1 Nerite snail, and then my 10-gallon betta tank, which has some bladder snails and ram's horn snails. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish. And right in the middle of the video, I was sitting there smelling floral, and I was like, what the heck is that smell? And I looked over, it's my string of dolphins flowering. So I walked out and walked up in because I was doing the voiceover for the first part, and I found a snail. So the plan with this 55 is to do a native tank, and I asked on Facebook, and there is a 70% chance you'll like this idea. The reason why someone would not like this idea because you'd be taking fish out of the river, lake, or oceans. But what I'm probably going to be doing is what someone suggested in the comments was to go to a local fish nursery. You can see here I actually took the elephant ear out of the filter and I made a little thing out of egg crate where I can hold it up. So looking around online, I found locally there was about 3 or 2 nurseries, and I was interested in some of the fish they had. And here is the filter I'll be making for this tank, because that hang on a back filter is not going to cut it, and plus I'll need more flow. And yes, Vaseline does help the seal for these lids, but I'm not even sure that's going to work because it still isn't like airtight seal. Because if I flip it over with some water in it, it still leaks a little bit, and I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we're going to see. I got this pump online for $25. It's 400 gallons per hour. I think it's pretty good. Might be a little bit too strong, I'm not sure. So while I talk, there's going to be a video of my dad's pond in the background. There's like 20 bullfrogs in here, and if you walk around it, they all jump in. Anyways, so yes, I will be buying some fish from the fish nurseries, but they mostly have, well, they have small fish, like shiners, but they mostly have these large fish, like bass and all that. I don't want any large fish like bass, sunfish, and bluegill, all that stuff, because it's way too big for my tank, and plus I like having small fish in big tanks. It's just my preference. I'll be looking up native fish, and if it's not at the nurseries, I was trying looking online if anybody's selling them, but you need like a permit to sell native fish in my state. And if you want to do a native tank, you have to look up if it's allowed in your state, because some states you're not allowed to. So definitely suggest that if you plan on doing the same thing. And look at this toad in the pond. I don't know why this toad was in the pond. Okay. Alright, have a good day and stay safe.